One of the appetizers that I often eyeball when I'm out at a restaurant is the fried calamari, but it's so expensive I usually skip it. So when I found this at Walmart for $5.88 for an entire pound of calamari, I thought, can I air fry that? Welcome to the Salted Pepper, where we cook for real life using real food and we keep it real simple. And today we're gonna make a really simple, but oh my gosh, delicious air fryer fried calamari. So the first thing you want to do is get your bag of calamari. It's kept frozen. So the day before you want to make your calamari, put that bag, the entire bag, in your refrigerator. Let it sit overnight and it will thaw. That is the safe way to thaw the calamari. You can run it under cold water if you need to do a quick thaw, but make sure that it's not out of the refrigerator for any longer than an hour. Then after it's completely thawed, you can give it a little rinse and then lay them on a tray with some paper towels in between. So lay them in a single layer so that you can sort of get some of that excess moisture off, okay? That's how you prepare the calamari to bread it. In this recipe, I found that using a combination of plain fine breadcrumbs and panko breadcrumbs gave the best texture to the fried calamari. So in this container, I have a half of a cup of panko and a half of a cup of plain breadcrumbs. Now the difference is panko is coarser and made from white bread, and then the breadcrumbs are just finer. I do not get them seasoned, but you could, especially for this. We're gonna put a little Italian seasoning in there, so if you wanted to get the Italian seasoned breadcrumbs, you absolutely can, but these are the plain ones. To that, we're gonna add some seasonings. And they're exactly the same amounts of all of these, a half of a teaspoon each of fine grind sea salt, black pepper, oregano, Italian seasoning, garlic powder, and onion powder, okay? Now, what seasonings you use, completely up to you, okay? It makes no difference whatsoever. You could make them spicy, you could make them more garlicky. You do want to stick to dry seasonings though, and not like minced garlic, which would not do as well with the breading, okay? Because it's gonna moisten it up. Then just mix it up with a fork. And one thing I wanted to say about this is if you're gonna do the whole pound, you're probably gonna need to make up a double batch of this. But I don't make it up all at once because it gets too deep. And then what happens as you're putting in the calamari that's been dipped in the wet mixture, it sort of clumps up the dry mixture. And if you try to do a double batch and do all of them with one double batch of the breading, it gets really clumpy and kind of wet. So I like to split it up, but it's okay if you want to make it all up at once. You can technically put it in a bag and then drop your calamari in the bag and shake it around. I don't find that they get coated as evenly as I would like. So this is the way I choose to do it. All right, so we're gonna set that to the side. Now for the wet ingredients. This is pretty basic of what I do with all of my air fryer breaded recipes. And it is 1 egg, and that's a large egg, half of a cup of water, which is cold water. Just sort of mix that up a little bit. Doesn't have to be perfect. Doesn't have to be completely mixed. It's fine. Then I like to add in a pinch of salt, which is probably about 1/8 of a teaspoon. You can add more or less or skip it, whatever. It's up to you. Half of a cup of flour. That is the consistency that I like for breading this recipe. In my chicken tender recipe, I use a little more flour. I have a thicker consistency, and that is because of the amount of moisture that the chicken gives off. So this is a little bit different than the other recipe. And I'm also not quite as finicky as I used to be about the way I mix it up. So I don't sift it anymore, and I don't worry about like mixing it real slow. I just take my fork through to blend in the flour with the egg and the water to get it combined. Now you wouldn't want to beat this because you don't want it to become real thick and you don't want the gluten to develop in the flour to make it tough or anything like that. But I found that you can be a little bit more aggressive than I used to be when I first started breading things. All right, that looks good. So it's a little thinner than some of my other recipes. but it works great for the calamari. With the calamari, we want to really taste the calamari, a flavor, and we want the breadcrumbs to be very, very light on the outside. So that's why I use a little bit lighter of a mixture. All right, so we are ready to start breading them. At this point, if you're gonna put them right in your air fryer, go ahead and get your air fryer preheated on the hottest setting, or at least 400 degrees Fahrenheit, and let it preheat for a good 10 minutes. And whatever you're using to cook them in or on, you're gonna have that inside the air fryer. So I'm using the basket inside the Ninja Foodi, but the crisping plate would be fine for this recipe. You're gonna put them in a single layer. The size of your air fryer is gonna determine how many you can air fry at once, but I've got some tips and tricks for you to make it all up and freeze them. And there's so many different ways that you can either reheat or cook from frozen. I'm gonna get into that a little bit later. So for now, I'm gonna start breading them up. I am going to air fry them in several different appliances for you guys today, so you can know the differences. If you don't have the Ninja Foodi air fryer, you have a different air fryer, then you'll be able to judge your timing based on my experience. All right, so because I'm making these in all different kinds of appliances, I'm gonna set up a breading station so that I can get them all breaded, and then I'll air fry them all at one time. So, want the wet on one side here, the dry. Bring the calamari over. And then a cooling rack comes in handy when you want to bread them all at once. So if you were making this ahead of time and you wanted to freeze them, you want to work kind of quickly because you don't want your calamari to be out of the refrigerator for much longer than an hour, which it should take maybe 15 minutes to bread them all. But if you're a little bit slower, then you want to kind of work quickly. You could do it in batches too. You could do half of them, keep half in the fridge, and then bread them, put them on your cooling rack, and then you're going to put them on a tray and right into the freezer. But I'm going to get into that a little bit more. So let's go ahead and take this off. So with a fork, and this is how I do it, you could do it any which way you want, but with a fork, what I like to do is put the calamari ring in to the wet batter, toss it around a few times, let any excess drip off, and then into the dry batter. I don't use the same fork to toss the dry batter on top. In fact, I don't use a fork at all. I use a spoon and just toss it around, get it lightly coated all over. And then remove it onto your cooling rack. Put a tray underneath your cooling rack or you're gonna have breadcrumbs all over your counter. Oops. Okay, so I'm gonna keep doing that until I have them all done. That's it, that's all there is to it. Now you don't have to limit how many you put into the wet batter to just one, like I did at first. Like what I normally do is just go ahead and put a whole bunch in here, and then I will dry coat them one by one. All right, there we go. So we are preheated. I've preheated at 400 for at least 10 minutes. It's been a little bit longer than that, about 15 minutes. And we're ready to air fry. So I'm gonna get a batch right into the Ninja Foodi. So I'm gonna open it up, spritz the basket with whatever type of oil you wanna use. I'm using an avocado oil, but you could use any neutral flavored oil that you like. And be a little generous because most of it's falling down to the bottom and not gonna come in contact with your calamari. Then you're gonna put the calamari in with your hands or not. It's up to you. Mine are clean, but if somebody doesn't wanna see that, here we go. Put them in with the little tongs, but be careful that you're gentle with them because the breading can come off at this point fairly easily. Put them in a single layer. That's very important for even cooking and browning and crisping. If you have a really big calamari and then a tiny one, you can do what I do with my air fryer onion rings and put that in between. I don't usually worry about it though, because I usually do a small batch at a time and freeze the rest. Then liberally spritz. Now, I know for all the people that say, well, what's the purpose of air frying if you're going to use so much oil? We're not using that much oil, guys. It's not the same as deep frying. But if you skip this step, you're going to just have something that tastes like bread-covered calamari, and it's not going to be as delicious. So use however much or little oil as you want, but it does help the crisping process. Then we're going to air crisp on 400 for between 5 and 7 minutes. Usually I will flip them about the 4-minute mark and then make a decision. Calamari cooks very, very quickly. So really, we just need to make sure that the outer coating is nice and brown and crispy. All right, I think we are done. We are definitely done here. They look amazing. So I went a total of 6 minutes. Usually I go about 5, but they look good. So 5 to 7 is the rule of thumb. Like this little guy is thinner. I thought about pulling him out at 4 minutes when I flipped them. But you know, we don't want this to get too complicated, do we? So pull them out at about 5, 6, 7 minutes tops. 7 minutes, I think they might start to get chewy, to be honest with you. And that's what I don't like about them in restaurants when they're overcooked and they're a little chewy. Let them cool on a clean cooling rack for a few minutes before you serve them. What that does, and by putting it on a cooling rack, you allow the air to sort of circulate underneath. If you put them right on a plate, they're gonna steam and they're gonna start to get soggy. So let them cool. I like to let them cool down to about room temperature, honestly, which takes maybe 10 minutes or so. All right, meanwhile, I'm gonna pop the rest of these in to all the different types of air fryers that I have. So I'm gonna use the Ninja Combi. I'm gonna use the Ninja basket style air fryer and the Ninja Speedy. And then also the grill, the Ninja indoor grill. I'm gonna put the rest of those in. Now you could obviously put a lot more on this plate. I'm just divvying them up, okay? So you could definitely fit more on your combi tray. All right, so let's get these in and then we'll see which air fryer wins. Oh, and you know what? I wanted to do one in the oven. So I'm gonna save one of those and we're gonna do it in the air fryer oven because in my experience, it does not work as well. And I have the XL air fryer oven. So I air fried half of the batch, half of the pound, so about 8 ounces. And now I have half to freeze. What I do is I put them in a single layer on a parchment lined tray and I throw them in the freezer and let them freeze overnight. So once they're frozen, you can transfer them from the tray into a freezer bag and then zip it up. You can take as many out or as few out as you want and air fry them up whenever you want some air fried calamari. And I do have the timings and temperatures on my written recipe post on my website, thesaltedpepper.com, whether you want to cook from frozen or if you wanted to cook them all and then reheat from frozen, because you can do that too. 6 different types of air fryers we have here, and basically they all look good. They all look really good. So it's gonna come down to texture and flavor of the calamari. They were all cooked for 6 minutes at 400 degrees, except the Ninja Combi was getting darker than the others. So I pulled them at 4 minutes, okay? Because I didn't want to burn it. And the oven temperature for the XL Ninja Foodie air fry oven, I went up to 450. That's usually the adjustment I make when I'm changing an air fry recipe over to the oven, just because it does not heat the same. So those are the only differences. Other than that, everything else was 400 degrees for 6 minutes. Let's dig in. And I'm gonna dip them in my homemade marinara, which you can make in the Ninja Foodie hot and cold blender, or you can make it in a blender and then simmer it on the stove for a few minutes. It's super easy. It's ready in like 10 minutes and it's delicious. All right, here we go. This is the Ninja Foodie one. Perfect. Not chewy. Oh my gosh. Perfect crunch. Wow. Oh my gosh. So good. All right, this is the Ninja Speedy. Perfect. Good crunch. Really good. Not chewy at all. This is the Ninja XL Indoor Grill using the air fry setting. Good. Not rubbery. Really good crunch. So far, they're exactly the same. This is the dual basket drawer style air fryer. This one's a little chewy, meaning I overcooked it. But you see, it's not as dark. It's not dark on the outside. It's not as crunchy. That's interesting. Okay, that's my least favorite so far. All right, this is the Ninja Combi, and this is the one that I said I took out because I was noticing it was getting dark. And and when I took it out, I gouged it and I took off some of the crunchiness. So that's my fault, though. All right, here we go. This one's 4 minutes at 400. I'm glad I pulled it. Just starting to get chewy just a little bit. So I might drop the temperature down to 375 and do 5 minutes so that instead of the 400, the higher heat, that'll kind of slow it down but give the exterior a little bit more time to crunch up. All right, last but not least, usually always my least favorite is the XL air fryer oven. However, I have to say, looks pretty good. All right, let's see. No issues. 450, 6 minutes, perfect. All right, the only one that I would change would be the drawer style. And I think I would go up on the heat a little bit and do it for less time. Because see, the breading's just not quite set. So I will have all of these different times and temperatures though on my written post on my website. So you can check that out, thesaltedpepper.com. Meanwhile, use whatever air fryer you have, go up to 400 degrees and start air frying some calamari.